Alright guys, kicking it off. Game number 6 today. In the grand final. Crimson versus Grungy. Read all about it. So we've got Romans and Egyptians. Grungy trying Egyptians for the third time. Been unsuccessful the first two. Crimson, I believe he's dropped a Romans game already in the series as well. So both these players looking to pick mains they've been unsuccessful with so far. Good luck, have fun to our players, and we've got the Egyptian with only one on the Templar Ra so far. Roman a little bit aggressive with that middle barracks, but the other's a little bit more patient. He wants to be a bit careful. Because, I mean, it's good to chip away at units streaming in, but you've got to be able to defend as well against the mass. He doesn't want to have the same problem he had in the Roman versus Norse matchup as such, while Grungy in the meanwhile also wants to be a little bit careful to not play too aggressively and lose everything to the Presidium upgrade, so he needs to be able to trench things back a little bit. A line of towers here for Crimson. Very useful because then you can sort of help protect your flanks without really dropping too much off in terms of your aggression, while still keeping your villages safe as you build them, and then worry about forward building towers later if you already build yourself an advantage with them. I mean, these Presidiums, the Castellum with the Presidium upgrade, sorry, going to be able to chip away. So that 2 building means they're the Mark II barracks. Doesn't actually let them train any better, but they get more health, get damage, and you can garrison, well, make use of the garrison with more damage and range. Only villages actually offer that though. But Grungy keeping that low villager alive, some nice micro here from him. And he's really trying to prevent Crimson from overwhelming him. In fact, he does have that train time advantage with the spear, so his population should be able to jet upwards. He just needs to be able to make sure he's got enough houses in production. Even seeing multi-building villages on houses at the moment, just to try and keep him up and just try and harass Crimson off house production himself. But he's going for it on both sides of his base, and having walled off this bottom side of the map, he will be able to sort of choke Grungy here and rely on some good villager micro. Although he might drop this one here. Yeah, it does go down. He does need to be able to finish these towers up if he wants to be able to hold on here, because the Castellums have only got so much range and so much damage. But he just managed to save that villager there. Grungy in the meanwhile going to be able to creep forward with more and more barracks and look at getting his age 3 on the way, and getting fortresses, stables, that sort of thing, to try and break Crimson off this composition of a mass of legionaries at the moment and force him to have to get his own officers and get some siege in the mix. But at the moment the spears seem to be training fast enough that it's making hard for Crimson to really mass up enough. He's just only got 2 barracks at the back here, streaming out some more, but he will eventually be able to push forward, I think, especially once he gets speared Legionary Champion, which is just about to kick in. So it's going to give him a big chunk of health and damage, and he's throwing up even more towers while leaving just enough space to get a siege workshop, or possibly even 2. But Grungy in the meanwhile really aggressive with the tower placement, and this time he's going to be able to make great use of it. But guard tower upgrade kicks in for Crimson, so he's going to be able to snipe these villages a little bit faster once again. But I think he's even just focusing down the army, because he knows if he can break out with these legionaries at the moment, he's well ahead, because Grungy has so much in the queue, but his actual on-field in-play production is 40. His Crimson's is 50 at the moment, and he's got beefier units, mind you, in the legionary. So once they get under the towers, it gets very hard for them to actually really focus the units down. And Crimson can actually look at taking out the towers as soon as he sort of, gets up to a stable 50, while Grungy's slowly dipping towards 20 on-field population. So right now, Crimson 7 villages to Grungy's 3. So Grungy's lost a lot of villagers committing to this guard tower push right now. He probably needed to back out before he finished this one and this one. And he didn't even manage to get that one finished, so it's a lot of damage he sustained here. I mean, initially getting that nice L shape on them, very good, but slightly too long there, I think. And now Crimson's even got a battering ram on the way. Mass Legionary, and he's even going to just add the fortress and some Scorps just to make things easier. Getting the upgrade Bellum Romanum, so charge and movement speed increase for the Legionaries. So it's going to be a little bit more versatile. But there's no Age 4 Temple on the way for Grungy at the moment. Double Praetorium and Armory coming out for Crimson, and GG. Game number 6 goes Crimson's way.